Hey guys, this is Justin at the Survivor Review, and today I have some really cool Blu-ray pickups to show you guys. This is mainly just stuff I've picked up over the last couple months or so, because I usually don't buy that many Blu-rays at a time. Most of the time these pickup videos are just stuff I've picked up over time. So this is just the stuff I've gotten in the last couple months, except for the My Bloody Valentine Steelbook, which I did a separate video on. And like I mentioned, I got some really cool stuff, including a Scream Factory box set and an Arrow Video limited edition. But before I get to that, I'm going to start off with the smaller Blu-rays that I got, starting with the one I bought the earliest. I actually ordered this at the end of December. This was part of VCI Entertainment's Black Friday sale that lasted through Christmas. And so I ordered it at the last minute in December, and I didn't get this till the beginning of January, which is why I didn't include it in my Christmas pickup video. And this is for the first film from one of my top 2 all-time favorite directors, John Carpenter, Dark Star. Now, I was really excited to get this for my John Carpenter Blu-ray collection, and it's just like a fun little flick. It's not great or anything. It's essentially started out as a student film that John Carpenter and Dan O'Bannon, who went on to write Alien and directed Return of the Living Dead, that they did together that was eventually expanded into a theatrical release. So it's a very cheap looking movie, but it's really charming and really kind of fun. Also, this was like $5, I think it was on sale for, so I think it was like $7 total with like shipping and everything. So like $7, that's not bad. You can't go wrong with that. So you got the front right there. I really like the artwork on here. The post art's really cool. In fact, it kind of sells it as a grander looking movie than it really is, but it's nice. I like the artwork. Back right there. Phone stuff. There's actually some decent bonus features on here too. That's really cool. Like I watched part of the making of documentary. I didn't finish it, and there's some really good stuff. To the spine, and then again, it's the disc art right there. So yeah, not bad. Because I'm really happy to have this for my Carpenter collection. If you're a big John Carpenter fan, I definitely recommend checking it out, just because it's cool to see like where he began, to see what he started out with. It's really neat and really cool to see, and it's a fun flick that I'm happy to have on Blu-ray. I want to watch it again though. I haven't actually seen the movie in many years. Since like high school, when I went through like my phase where I watched every film that John Carpenter directed, and that was a while ago. So I really want to check this out again. But yeah, I'm happy to have this. So my next pickup is really awesome because I found this at my local Dollar Tree, and this is for 3 films from one of the greatest action stars, Charles Bronson. This is the Bronson Triple Threat Collection, which is a collection of Death Wish 2, Death Wish 3, and Death Wish 4, The Crackdown, which I love the Death Wish franchise. Me and Sam love it. We even reviewed the shitty Bruce Willis remake. We wanted to review the original, but we didn't have time. But we love the Death Wish films. This is like half the series right here for $1. This is like $1.07 total with tax. It's pretty insane. And the best part is, it's all 3 films on individual discs too. Like, it's not a cheap, like, bargain bin set. It's literally the 3 Blu-rays that MGM released for the movie just in one set. How friggin' awesome is that? Like, I was so excited when I found this. The back here, got a lot of phone stuff there. Pretty sick. Yeah, this is just really cool. I do know that, like, Shot Factory did a collector's edition of Death Wish 2. They included, like, the full uncut version and some bonus features. And then this other company, I don't know, forgot what their name was, did a new release of Death Wish 3. So if you want, like, bigger, like, collector's editions, go for those. But I don't mind having these, because I mainly just want these movies. And like I said, you can't pass up this deal for $1. I want to pick up the first film on Blu-ray, and Death Wish 5 is not available in the US on Blu-ray, but I think there's some foreign releases that I want to check out. I want to get the rest of the series so I can own them all. I remember I would always see this at Best Buy for $14.99, and I always considered picking it up, and I never did. And now I'm glad I didn't, because I got it for $1. So, awesome. Definitely, if like you're a fan of these movies and you want like this set, like, scope out your local Dollar Tree. You never know, you might find it there. So, that's awesome. Now, my next pickup, actually this is the most recent one, I just picked this up a couple of days ago, actually. This is for the film version of the classic 60s television show, Batman the Movie, with Adam West and Burt Ward. Now, the kind of story behind me getting this one is that this Blu-ray I saw around last year that this Blu-ray was at Best Buy for $5.99, which I'm like, that's a great price. And I love the series. I love the 60s Batman series. It's one of my favorite versions of the character. I just adore it. It's just such a fun world. And I own the complete series on Blu-ray. I got the limited edition box set. And I have the 2 animated films that West and Ward did recently. And I only had this one on DVD. I only had the old special edition DVD with the weird cover where Batman's color blue for some reason. Still never understood that. But I really wanted to get this on Blu-ray so I could just have the entire 60s Batman world on Blu-ray. So I saw this at Best Buy for $5.99. I'm like, awesome. And I bookmarked the webpage for it. I'm like, I'll probably go pick it up. And that was like right before COVID really hits and we went into lockdown and stuff. So I just never went. I never got it. And just recently, I got a $5 reward certificate for Best Buy, which for some reason expired. I don't know why. And I really wanted to use it on a Steelbook that was coming out soon at Best Buy, but the Steelbook wasn't available for in-store pickup for my store at that time. So I couldn't really do it because like there'd be no point in using it on that because on BestBuy.com with the shipping, it's like $3.99 shipping plus the sales tax. I'd basically be getting like $5 off the extra fees. You know what I mean? So I was like, that's not worth it. I was like, what could I use it on? And I'm like, well, this is still around for $5, so I did that, and I paid a little over $1 for this, like $1.06 for this. So yeah, another good dollar pickup, which really makes me happy. Yeah, the front right there. I was never a fan of this artwork. It just doesn't match the tone of the movie. I think this was around the time like The Dark Knight came out, and Warner Brothers re-released the Burton and Schumacher films on Blu-ray, and the artwork for those had like the bat symbols. And so they tried to ape off of that, and I don't know. I don't like it. It's just bland. And you got the back. So you can tell this is one of the early Blu-ray releases. It has like all the info about like what a Blu-ray is and stuff. So there you go. And you have the disc inside there. Pretty nice. But yeah, I'm really happy to have this for my 60s Batman collection, which is now complete. Now I have everything of the Adam West Burt Ward universe, which makes me really happy. Like I said, I adore this universe and this movie. I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie. This was actually my introduction to the 60s TV show. I remember watching this on TV with my older brother when I was like 4, I believe, around that age. And I remember that prompted us to go to the mall to our local Sam Goody and pick up the VHS tape from there. And I vividly remember sitting in the car seat afterwards with my whole family, like driving home, and just looking at that VHS tape and being like so excited. It was the old clamshell case. I wish I still had it. It was one of the VHSs like I read of when I was younger that I wish I just kept. And I also even remember when this DVD came out, because I remember seeing this in like the ad. I think it was like the Best Buy ad. And I remember like my parents were like hovering over like, is that the TV show or is that the movie? Like they couldn't tell, and they ended up just being the movie. And like, oh, okay, we don't need it. Got the movie on VHS already. So yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie, and I'm really happy to finally have it on Blu-ray. It's just awesome. Alright, so that brings us to the big one. It's the big limited edition sets, starting with one from Arrow Video for just such a great classic movie. I loved. So I was so happy when Arrow announced they were doing this release, and so I knew I had to get it, and that is for Tremors. Oh, this thing is gorgeous. I freaking love this set. Look at that thing. I love that cover. It's pretty nice. The spine there. I say this every time I get one of these. I love these slip boxes that Arrow does. They're just so, I don't know how to describe them. They're just so nice and just classy looking. Like, they're fantastic. The back here. Awesome. You can kind of see the back like underneath the J card. It's just artwork there. So, opening it up here, got the Blu-ray, which I've already swapped the artwork to the classic poster arts. You gotta have that. That's just classic. There. I also love how they did a black Blu-ray case, which I find kind of cool and pretty different. I really like that. I'm not sure if that's because they also did it in 4K. There's also a 4K edition of this, so maybe they just used the same case. I don't know though, this one says Blu-ray. But either way, a really nice looking black case there, which is pretty cool. That's the back. There. Opening it up, there's a bunch of stuff that comes in here. It's a 2-disc set. So you got 2 discs right there. Bonus features. I actually already watched through all the bonus features on this set. And there's a lot of great stuff on here, a lot of great behind the scenes stuff. Even a cool like 30-minute making of that actually has Kevin Bacon in it talking about the movie. Like, where do you ever see Kevin Bacon talking about Tremors? It's awesome. And then, so the inside here, they have a few things that come with it. One of the things here is just cool. It's a fake coupon for Walter Chang's Markets. Like, oh my god, that's so great. And there's the words on the back here that says offer applies only to persons legally residing no more than 1 mile from Walter Chang's Markets on their 10th purchase in the same calendar month. Minimum purchase $50. Offer cannot be redeemed against video rental, hardware, groceries, or alcoholic beverages. I love it. That's fantastic. And then you have the stuff that always kind of comes with these releases, where it's like little cards there, little like mini lobby cards, essentially, for the movie. It's pretty nice. Okay. Yeah, and then the back there just has the classic arts. Pretty cool. And then they also have like, you know, their typical Arrow release and has like an ad for one of their upcoming releases. Pretty nice. And then that's not all. You still also have the booklet and the poster and stuff. You get two things. You get this like little mini poster here that's like a diagram of the graboid, which is pretty sweet. Right, and then the back here, City of Perfection. Oh, that's awesome. I'd love a version of this to like hang up like on my wall. That'd be really sweet. And then you got the poster where you get the new artwork that Arrow did for the release. And then on the back you have the original poster art. So that's pretty sweet. I do like the new artwork they did for the release. It's pretty cool looking. And then you have the booklet right there, which has some like essays and some behind the scenes stuff, like pictures, birds, and then you got there. So a lot of cool stuff, some cool pictures, some fun stuff to read. So yeah, it's another awesome set from Arrow Video. I love these limited edition sets. It's just a great release overall, even like just from the Blu-ray itself, from the bonus features, which is great. And in fact, there's also a 4K edition of this, which is also nice. Just, I'm so happy to have this, and I love this thing. It's fantastic. So now that brings us to the last pickup, which is a box set from the good folks at Scream Factory for the Fly collection. This is just a really nice looking set. I love just the design on this box. I have to say that right off the bat. Because look at that. I love the colors. I love the green. It just pops. So this box set includes 5 films, the original 3 Fly films, plus the remake and its sequel. So essentially every film that was made based off The Fly, you know. And this set's really cool. I got this actually, I saw it at Walmart for $40, which, like, $40 for a Scream Factory box set, like, that's nice. And I was thinking about going back and picking it up, and literally, like, the next day, it was on sale on, like, Amazon for, like, $37. So total it came out to like $39, so slightly cheaper than Walmart. But I was like, at that point, I'm like, I have to jump on this. Like, that price for this box set is great. You know, you get so much good content for this. So let's take a look at the Blu-rays on the inside. It's all individual cases. I love Scream Factory box sets. Like, you know, their Halloween and their Friday the 13th sets. Like, I love the way they do their box sets. These nice split boxes with the Blu-rays inside, all in their own cases with original poster art. It's a great way to do this. So you start with the original 1958 classic, The Fly, which is a really solid movie. I haven't seen this movie in a very long time, but I do remember really liking it. It's a solid, classic 50s era, you know, sci-fi horror film. So you got the original poster art. Nice. To the back there. Weirdly enough, all the images on the back are in black and white, despite this movie being in color. It's the only one of the original 3 that's in color, but, you know. And then the inside here, you got the disc art, and then you do have some artwork on the inside there. Just a shot of the scientist there. So, pretty nice. Next, you have the sequel, Return of the Fly. I love this poster. This is just like a classic old school B-movie poster. Fantastic. And then you got the back here. There you go. Yeah, to the spine. I've never seen this one. Actually, the only films in this set that I have seen are the original Fly and the David Cronenberg remake. I haven't seen any of the other like sequels. Got the disc art, and there, and then you have the okay, there we go. The inside art, right there. Pretty nice. And then you have the third film in the original trilogy, if you want to call it that. Curse of the Fly. There you go. To the back, to there. And you have the spine. Inside here, got the disc art. And then you have the inside art there. Pretty nice. And then next you have the classic, the one that honestly makes this box set worthwhile regardless of the other movies, David Cronenberg's The Fly, which is just such a great film. Sam and I reviewed this. It's just a masterpiece of horror. It's one of the best remakes of all time. It's just an all-around fantastic film that I actually don't own on Blu-ray yet, or at all. I actually don't even have it on DVD. So regardless, the set was worth it, 'cause now I have a copy of this film on Blu-ray, which is great. So yeah, front there. Classic tagline, be afraid, be very afraid. Back there, got Jeff Goldblum right there. You know, and the spine. From what I heard, this release has the same transfer as the standard Blu-ray that's out there. So nothing, like no upgrade in terms of picture quality, but there are a couple new bonus features, a couple new interviews, and a new audio commentary. And that also ports over all the old bonus features from the previous releases. There's even a new interview with Mel Brooks, who actually produced this movie, which is really surprising. It's really interesting. You look at like some of the movies that Mel Brooks produced. Like I know he produced this, he produced The Elephant Man. It's really fascinating to see that. And it's really cool they got Mel Brooks to do an interview for this. I actually want to check that out. You have the inside here, it's the disc there, and then the inside art with a nice shot of Brundlefly right there, just hanging about. Pretty sweet. And then last but not least, I don't think, because I haven't seen it, you have the sequel to the remake, The Fly 2, which I've heard very mixed things about. I know a lot of people don't like it. I know my girlfriend said she enjoyed it, so I don't know. I still have to check it out and see for myself how it is. And you got the back there. Pretty cool. You got a spine there. The disc. And then you have the inside arts. Pretty cool. So yeah, like, I'm really excited to watch through all the movies in this box set. Because like I said, I've only seen 2 of them. So I've only seen 2 out of the 5. And just these movies, like the ones that I have seen are really good and really entertaining. So it sounds like a fun time to check out some classic like B horror films. And the Scream Factory release is really nice. Most of these have like some new bonus features. Well, no, Curse of the Fly doesn't have anything, just TV spots and still galleries. The Return of the Fly has a new audio commentary, and the original Fly doesn't have any new bonus features. Fly 2 has some new interviews. So there's a couple new things that Scream Factory did for the set, which is pretty nice. And just like I said, I love how their box sets are put together. I love just the uniformity of everything. Everything there just goes together perfectly. And like I said, this artwork is gorgeous. You can kind of see, I haven't taken this off yet, but underneath it continues. Got a good shot of Vincent Price right there. So yeah, definitely if you can find this, I mean, like I said, $40 at Walmart, like that's a steal for this set. Definitely worth it, and I can't wait to like delve into all these films, and it's an awesome set. So yeah, that's all my recent Blu-ray pickups. It's both a lot and both not. It's not a whole lot of items, but some of the individual items have a lot in them, if that makes any sense. But a lot of cool stuff, and stuff that I'm happy to have to keep my Blu-ray collection growing, fill in some gaps, and just add some new cool releases to it, which is awesome. So yeah, that's all I have to say for now. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.